Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Suzanne Steele, and I am in New Hampshire. And tonight, you've been asked to take a look at something that I found over 24 years ago. And I am joined tonight with two amazing women who also found something that we call our first look. I'm joined by Ann Brienza, who is also in New Hampshire, and Nancy Lindblom, who is in Florida. So we've got the East Coast covered. And we are all independent Nikken consultants, and we hope that you enjoy learning a little bit about what we found.
Well, Nikken came from Japan, and it's been in existence since the 1970s. It was opened there and then came to North America. And it was founded by a gentleman named Isamu Masuda, whose vision was for world peace through world health, a nice concept. The company grew and became a debt-free company and still is, and it has millions of satisfied customers because of the phenomenal global sales. The company is a research institute, and that's its primary focus. It creates products that help us balance. Mr. Masuda's vision or his mission was for world peace through world health. However, it was based on the balance of all 5 areas of our lives. And as we go through the slides tonight, think about which area might need a little bit more support or a little tweaking. A life in balance means that your wheel is turning well, and that if one thing is affected, it will affect another. So perhaps when you see our slides, you might think of something that could use a little bit more support.
Now, there is a new trend that is emerging. It's called the gig economy. This may be a new term for you, but it started with the music industry. Musicians would play gigs on the weekend in the evenings, and this is to gain extra income or their whole source of income at some point. And they're doing something they love. So what if you could utilize that device called a cell phone or your computer and create additional sources of income, connect with people? That's all we're doing right now is doing things online. Well, in this world right now, an additional source of income for many people is a real blessing. I know 3 years ago, I was told that my job was being outsourced. And fortunately, I had started this business as a side gig many years before. So when I lost my job, I still had income. It does help create a better work-life balance. Nance?
Couldn't unmute, sorry. The health facts are our bodies, our burden. As Suzanne said, in our present situation, we have a lot of stress that it's affecting our health. It affects our sleep. If we lose one night's sleep, our immune system drops by 60%. So if you have multiple nights, you're just going to get less, you're going to get more tired and get less work done. And then weight, there's so many, 2 in 3 adults are considered overweight or obese, and the weight loss industry is well over $20 billion annually. And the water, they found many contaminants in the bottled water. We don't know I live in Florida. I don't know what's in the water. I know I don't cook with it, I don't drink it, and I don't clean with it, because we have a solution to many of these 4 categories. And the health trends are obesity is not only high in adults, but in adolescents. This goes back 8 years, and it was nearly 30% with the children aged 2 to 11 being overweight. I'm sure that's increased, and they've got risk of heart cancer, type 2 diabetes. And this young man has his cell phone to his brain at 2 years old, and that's giving him energy that his body really can't handle right now. And low income families are limited resources, so they're not eating as healthy foods, and even in the schools, they're not getting the right nutrition. So we have some solutions for that. And what is the answer? The people on this call, some of us are wellness consultants, and we have chosen active wellness. And we are healthy by choice, not by chance. And it's an active process. This doesn't happen overnight. I've been in Nikken for 17 years. When I was introduced for the first product, you'll see later, a pair of insoles. And I started my wellness home with that first step, and have since added each technology as they've been improved or as I learned about them. So it is an active process, and you take it step by step.
And as Nancy just said, it doesn't happen overnight. It's just like little choices that we make. For instance, I used to start my morning with a cup of coffee. And then by maybe 11 o'clock, I'd start to feel I needed another cup of coffee. And you know what that's like when you don't have your coffee. Well, I made a decision when Nikken introduced a product, young barley grass, which we'll see a little about later. And I started to have that, and it was small choices. I stopped drinking coffee. I didn't have that lull at 11 o'clock, and I started making a choice to have that same supplement form later in the afternoon. So at 4 o'clock, when I maybe feel a little tired, I would have this instead. So it was a little choice that over time has made the difference in my energy level, in my skin and my hair. And it's basically little things that we do that create a behavior pattern that make it into a habit. So that when you've made choices in these areas on the left that you see, you will be a happy camper instead of a sad one who's maybe made poor choices like the lady on the bottom.
So what do we have? What do we offer? What Nikken has created is what we call a Nikken Certified Wellness Home. And this beautiful picture of a greenhouse shows you a place where it's optimal for plants to thrive. Well, the Certified Wellness Home is optimal for humans and animals to thrive. And what are the components? Well, we look at it as good news for health. And for us, good news stands for G, grounding, N, nutrition, E, energy, W, water, and S, sleep. So now let's take a closer look at each. We're going to start with nutrition. Well, Anne already talked about the product that's right in the front, right here, J Greenzymes. This is an amazing product that is food. And not only food for humans, because I take this a couple of times a day, it's also great for animals. My cat loves this, and for her, it keeps her stomach in a good sense. She waits for it, in fact. Other nutritional supplements and whole foods, we have the 10-4 at the back. That is organic matcha green tea. A lot of great benefits with that. And let's pick out the one in the middle, immunity. Everyone's concerned about staying healthy at this point in our lives. We need things that can support our health. And so this immunity product is a blend of 14 mushrooms that I've taken for many years, and I increase it at certain times of the year or when I feel like I have a little too much stress going on in my life.
So along with the whole food nutritionals that Nikken offers, they offer good news in the form of energy. You know, there's a lot of bad news out there now and bad energy. So we have to counteract that. And Nikken has given us that solution by utilizing nature, products that utilize the energy of the earth, like the magnetic insoles and a pad that looks like has little polka dots on it. Well, I use that every single day. It's called a MagFlex, but I keep it on my back to stay flexible because I still, in my old age of 69, like to water ski and snow ski every day that I can. So that helps me, and that energy of Mother Earth is incorporated into products that you wear on your neck or in your shoes or on your wrists to help counteract some of the negative energy that's out there. And then also there's a grounding pad, that's that bronze colored pad, and that helps reduce the effects of the electromagnetic field. Nikken also incorporates the energy of the sun by incorporating ceramic fibers that use reflective light that help us cool or warm as we need them. And so there are seats that you can put on, sit on in your computer, or wraps that you can put on anything that hurts, or a kinetic tape that's amazing that counteracts not only the stress and the pressure of an injury or soreness, but it can also help cool or warm the site. So all of these replicate nature.
And then we have the water and the air. Nikken is science replicating nature, all these technologies. And the tall gray item there is our waterfall. And I told you we had a solution for water. And this is a system, you pour your tap water in the top, and it takes all the bad stuff out and puts good minerals in, and it flows over rocks like it's going down a mountain stream, and the water's magnetized. So it hydrates and alkalizes your body, where your body is going to be healthy if it's alkalized. If it's acidic, you're going to be sick. And there's also a shower system, which the skin is your biggest organ. And if you put chlorinized water down in here in Florida, if I didn't have the shower system, I would be showering with chlorinized water, but my skin is smooth. I don't need cream. It's healthy. It's vibrant. It helps my hair. And then there's a bottle with a spout there. It's got a patented filter, the same filtration system as the waterfall, and it has the magnets in it. And I golf a lot down here, and I just go to the golf course, put some ice in, it melts, and it turns it into living, magnetized, hydrating, and alkalized water. And the air system is kind of tucked up there, and this is also in my wellness home during the pandemic down here. Not only I drink well, I have energy, I sleep, I have nutritional, but I'm breathing very good air. So my immune system is very high with all of these technologies.
And as Nancy mentioned, replicating nature, along those lines, Nikken has created a system that we spend 1/3 of our life sleeping, and wouldn't it be great if we could connect with nature there? Well, Nikken has accomplished that goal by allowing us to have a topper or a pad that you put right on your bed that has the energy of Mother Earth, incorporating not only the magnetism, the energy of magnetism, but also allowing our body to rest, because it is configured with like a little waffling, so that your body is relaxed, and it has made of natural latex, so there's no allergy issues. And then a comforter that has those little fibers I talked about before that cool or warm. So if your sleeping partner is hotter than you and doesn't want any heat, they can use this comforter just like you may want some heat, because it regulates temperature to the individual person using it. It's pretty much a smart blanket. There's also a pillow that has these energies in it, and one of my favorite products, the sleep mask. As a matter of fact, my little 2-year-old grandson wants a sleep mask because he said, you know, it's too light in my room, Nona. So I think he's going to get one for Christmas.
And what do our Nikken entrepreneurs do? The picture here tells what we do. We help others choose the active wellness and live a life of balance. By sharing, we compound and leverage each other. If I don't know the answer to the question, I know who to call. It's somebody that's pictured here, or maybe it's a doctor in Nikken, or I always get the right answers. And it's all about helping each other. So this is what we all do. And it's a wonderful opportunity to meet new friends and develop relationships that are really, really worthwhile.
Probably one of the best products Nikken offers is the ability to connect in a positive way with the world. I know I was attracted to it, being a child of the late 60s and 70s and flower power and everything. Never had the opportunity to actually put it into use. But here, being a Nikken consultant, I can share what I've learned and what's benefited my family and friends with the world. And you know, it's like an orchard, because you never really know how many apples one tree is going to yield and how many seeds are in one apple, just like the Johnny Appleseed story. So when we go and share Nikken, as many of of us that are on this call, we're really doing a good thing. We're sharing what we know can help others have a better, healthier life and maybe affect world peace like Mr. Masuda's goal was.
So we hope over the last few moments, you've looked at that 5 pillars of wellness that Anne spoke about, and maybe you heard something that could benefit you or someone you know and care about. If that's the case, we encourage you to get back to the person that invited you to tune in tonight or watch this recording and let them and let us help you create that more balance in your life, more active wellness, and you may just be that connector for someone else in need. Or you may be at a point where you're ready to take charge of your wellness and have that compound effect go in a positive direction. Or you might already be an avid customer and you're now ready to make that larger impact that Anne was just talking about. So whatever the options, we look forward to helping you however we can.